Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome to the Council of Geniuses podcast, episode
24.
24. Yeah, Abel remembered.
I have a complaint to make. You
Abel,
guys did not comment on the last episode, and that made me upset.
you guys hurt Abel's feelings. Come on.
So I'm asking you guys to please comment on this one. Okay,
Or else, he's gonna cry.
that's true. I'll cry live. Not live, but in the next video.
He'll cry in the next video. That might entice people to not comment.
Shit. Uh,
I'm gonna delete all the comments we get just so you cry on the next video, bro.
no, if you comment for me to cry, if 3 people comment for me to cry, I'll cry in the next video.
You heard it here.
Yeah.
And if no one comments, he'll cry. It's tears of sadness or
Or, yeah,
tears of
joy,
joy. Yeah.
appreciation
Tears of request.
of, never mind.
What do you say?
Pleasure.
Tears of pleasure.
Oh no.
Whatever the fuck that means. Anything else you want to say, bro? Or you can't just get into it?
You get into it now?
Alright. Before we get started, I have to put in my password.
Oh, Face ID doesn't work
Yeah, Face
yet.
ID doesn't work. Before we get started, I want to thank Caesar.
And both of our moms for creating us.
Okay, thanks, Mom.
Thank you, Mom.
Okay, but thanks, Caesar,
Yeah,
for
Caesar.
suggesting this idea. And if you have any other suggestions, anyone else, please send them my way or his way.
I'll be very happy with that. Thank you.
No one ever DMs him, so he'd be very happy. But Caesar said, I actually copied it into my notes. He said, I may have a topic for you if it interests you. I kind of want to hear your guys' opinion on what happened to the missing MH370 aircraft that
Damn.
disappeared on March 8th, 2014.
Damn.
And just more stuff about that. And he said, keep up the good work.
Damn.
Thank you, Caesar. I love you. No homo. Am I allowed to say no homo?
I think it's frowned upon, but like, who cares, bro?
No homo. Frown upon that.
Damn.
Yeah, yeah. Frown. That's like a frown face, right?
It's like a. I can't make that face, bro.
I don't know. But yeah, so Caesar, do you know what that is off the top of your head? The MH370 aircraft?
No, the only aircraft that's missing that I know is the one famous one that I can't think of the name right now.
What do you know about it?
That it disappeared and then like it was like super like weird. They were like, "What the fuck? Where'd it go?" And they're like, check the radar, and it wasn't in the radar, and they didn't send any like Mayday messages.
Hmm.
So like they're saying they never sent an emergency thing. They just disappeared. And I know that like people are saying like it's either in the bottom of the ocean or like some people say aliens.
I think that's the same thing that I'm talking about. You just don't know the name of it.
No, because the other one had like a girl name, bro.
A girl name?
Yeah, like Molina or something.
Well, this was Malaysia Airlines.
Oh shit! Shit. Fuck. Oh, yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, so Abel does know.
Shit.
Abel knows.
I'm a genius.
But in case you guys don't know and Abel doesn't know the full, I actually don't want to fucking wear this.
It's kind of hot.
Yeah, it's really hot up here. I'll just put the fucking hat on, bro.
Oh yeah. No.
All right. It was really hot, and I decided to take the mask off.
Mask off.
Mask off.
Yeah.
Fucking mask off.
That's enough. We're getting
Percocet.
copyrighted, bro.
Oh yeah, fuck. Please don't sue me, future. I'm a big fan.
I would not kiss you because I know you're not into that.
Um, okay. I don't think that had to be said. There you go. But thanks for clarifying. So in case you don't know, because this happened in 2014, so a lot of people don't remember like the details. A lot of people didn't ever know them.
8 years ago. Wait, no, 9.
9,
Fuck. Fuck. That looks
9 years
very
ago.
bad.
That's close enough. Close enough. Yeah. Oh, you're off by one, so that's like a A minus,
Yeah,
like a B maybe.
I'll take that. Better than
Mhm.
I got in some classes.
Yep. Um. So basically, bro, MH370 was a flight from Kuala Lumpur, which is just a city in Malaysia,
Hmm.
and it was headed to Beijing, which is a city in
China.
China.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My geography, bro.
He knows his geography. Yup, yup, yup. Um, and as well as Abel said, the plane ended up like disappearing.
Yeah.
So in total, 239 lives were lost.
Oh shit! I forgot people went in planes. That makes sense. Like I didn't compute that like people were in the plane.
You
No,
thought it was just the fucking plane that was missing?
I thought it was like obviously I just didn't put like factor them in. I was like, oh, plane went missing. I never thought plane people went missing too. You know, I just went plane. I just thought plane like, oh, plane like you say car crash. There's victims, but you just see the never mind. You see the cars.
Okay. So yeah, people were missing. So in total, it was 227 passengers and 12 crew members. So 239 total
39.
victims.
That's like a lot.
That is a lot. Yeah. Um. So basically, it starts and there's like weird stuff from the start. Like there's like Caesar said and how you said that it was like really like weird information and there wasn't like signals being sent and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like from the start, the whole event is just like
Hard.
there's odd occurrences that just
Mm.
don't make any sense and people are like, why did this happen? So when the
Well, we got our thinking caps on and we're gonna figure it out.
oh yeah, I got my thinking cap on.
This counts as a cap, I think.
Yeah, I would say it's a cap. Are you thinking with it?
Right now, no, but I'll be thinking
You will.
soon.
You will
I
soon.
will be.
Yup, yup. Everyone at home, put on your thinking cap.
Or don't and just enjoy. Up to you, man.
I want you to think.
Oh, yeah. Be free thinkers.
Yeah, free thinkers or paid thinkers.
You
Know your worth, guys.
slay queens. I've never said that before. I'm
Never
never gonna
say
say
it
it
again.
again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. All right. So like I said, there was weird stuff. So an hour before disappearing,
Yeah.
right? So the plane was from Malaysia. The flight was from Malaysia to China, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So just the flight path, it kind of has to go over like Thailand and Vietnam
Mm.
before it gets to China. That's just how
Yeah.
geography works.
Yeah.
There's gonna be a picture somewhere
Of
about
China.
of the flight path, not of China, but
Oh,
China will be in the picture.
yeah.
Um,
Maybe
fuck you not.
Chinese food.
Maybe. Fuck you, China.
I like Chinese food.
No, yeah, I don't mind China actually. I take my comments back.
Yeah. Oh, that have you seen that one video? Oh yeah, we talked about it earlier.
What video?
The girl that was driving the Porsche, bro. Like, she came to the United States and she was like regular driving, and she had a passenger, I think, and she was going like over 100 miles per hour.
Yeah.
She lost control, so she was like drifting sideways,
Mm-hmm.
but like not consensually, and then she crashed into a guardrail. Complete like she got minor injuries, but completely killed the passenger.
Oh, I thought she died.
No, she actually escaped back to China, like because they sent her to the hospital,
Uh-huh.
and she escaped from the hospital and went back to China before the
Oh
police could
shit.
catch her.
I
And
didn't know all that information.
yeah, and since China has like no extradition agreement with the United States, they can't really do anything about it.
Oh
You
shit.
know, so
I thought she was driving under the influence
oh
of
yeah, she was,
alcoholic beverages.
she smelled strongly of alcohol when they pulled her over.
I didn't smell her.
Well, not pulled her over when they discovered the site of crashing.
I didn't smell her, so I don't know.
Yeah, I don't want to smell her because she's a criminal. And I don't like smelling criminals.
It wasn't like smelling Chinese people.
That's not what I said, bro. If you're a Chinese person and you smell good, bro, I would give you a shot. Okay, let's move on.
Alright, so moving on. So when it's leaving Malaysian airspace and entering Vietnamese airspace, the
Mm.
pilot and the crew, like the cockpit guys,
Hmm.
they have to relay to like the mission tower.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, like we're entering Vietnamese airspace,
No, yeah, like
and
letting
they
them know and
tell,
shit.
huh?
Letting them know and shit. Or
Yeah, yeah, and then the they tell the Malaysian people like, hey, like we're entering Vietnam, like see you guys later,
yeah, like
because they just have to talk to whoever's in charge of that airspace or some shit, I guess. So before they were gonna enter Vietnamese airspace, they contact back to Malaysian flight tower, right? And the pilot, he's like, all right, everything's good. Good night, guys.
Good night.
Yeah, well, it was in like
Oh,
1 in the morning.
oh,
That's the time the flight was,
yeah,
and it's just normal
yeah. It
stuff.
sounds
Like
like
it sounds kind of grim if you know
yeah,
like they disappeared, but that's just it's just typically what they say. Like, all
yeah.
right, signing off, guys. Like I'm gonna go talk to the Vietnamese guys now.
Good night. Have a good night, guys.
And when this happens, there was this there's a system on planes called A cars, and it's like some automated system that the plane like sends signals back to the tower, just
Mm.
kind of like letting them know like, oh, like this is where we are, but it's automated, like the crew doesn't do it, it
Yeah,
just
it
does
just does it by
itself.
itself. Yeah.
But shortly before they entered, this was turned off. Like so it has to be turned off on the plane or something like that.
Oh, turned on the plane. Wait, what?
Turned off.
So
They
it's
turned it off. It was on and someone turned it off.
oh, that's very odd.
Yeah. So now there wasn't like that automated signal being sent back. And also the transponder was turned off, which the transponder is what it's like when you see on the like movies and stuff
Oh yeah,
when
and
they're
they're like,
looking at the radar
oh,
and it's like
I didn't know that was a transponder. I thought transponder was like the little things you call on, like
that's a walkie-talkie, dumbass.
no, but like the ones in the cars and shit, like the ones that the police have, where it's like code brown. No.
I don't know what those are called, but it's not what that is.
Mm.
So the transponder on the plane might be called transponder, but the one we're talking about is when there's like on the movie stuff and there's like radar and stuff like that. When they see it on the radar, it's like okay, it's flight MH370. It's at this altitude. It's headed to this. It just gives them information when it comes up on radar.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah, it's like
understand.
background information type
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
And that was turned off too.
Mm.
And that stuff like has to be turned off,
Yeah. Sounds like it has to be on.
you know, it has to be on, but
Mm.
it has to be turned off like willingly. Like you're not gonna accidentally turn
Yeah.
this shit off, especially both of them,
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
right? But they don't notice the flight crew people, like
I guess yeah,
the
cause
flight tower. I mean,
flight tower. Oh yeah, I guess there's a hell of planes and shit.
yeah, there's hella planes stuff like that. So as it's entering like these Vietnamese, Thailand airspace or like neighboring countries,
Yeah.
a soldier in Thailand, he's they're watching the radar and stuff,
Yeah.
and they see a blip on the radar. There's tons of blips, but they
Yeah.
see one that doesn't have any information because the transponder was turned off.
Yeah.
And they're like, hey, like, should we be worried? Like, is this like a military thing? Like, is this like an attack or something?
Oh yeah, it's a pretty big
Is this like
deal.
a covert thing? Like I don't know what it is.
Mm.
And they're just kind of like waiting to see
What's up?
like what's up, right?
Yeah.
Um, and then they see that it's heading towards China. So say it's heading northeast.
Mm.
It is actually heading northeast from Malaysia to China. And then they see
What
it.
is this way? No? Never. Oh, never mind. You're right. Never eat soggy waffles. Yeah.
All right, so it's heading northeast, and they see that it does like a U-turn, the plane, and now it's heading west, just west. So kind of back towards Malaysia,
Damn.
and they're like, hey,
That's
what's up with
weird.
that?
That's a little weird.
It's a little weird, but like I feel like people on the plane. Well, if you're on a plane, I feel like you don't really know what
Yeah.
direction you're going in. You've never been on a plane, bro. You're
No.
just agreeing with me. But I've been on planes.
I could just imagine, like you're in your own encapsulated area.
Yeah, and it's hard to really tell like, oh, we're changing directions or just like does this or something.
Yeah.
And then this was at like 2 in the morning, so a lot of people were just asleep.
Yeah. Slump.
Yeah.
Slump.
Um. Well, 10 minutes later, the radar thing
Yeah.
disappears. Oh,
The blip.
somewhere over the Gulf of Thailand. The blip just disappears for like 10 minutes, and then it comes back, and now it's over Malaysia. So it's back over Malaysia where it came from,
Hmm.
right?
And was that a like normal amount of time to be in Malaysia?
I don't know. I'm not air traffic control.
Uh,
Well, it could just be like an equipment thing. Cause like if you're far away, like
mm,
the signal's gonna
yeah, I'm just saying like
be faulty or something.
if it they like disappear and let's say a normal trip from there, the spot where it disappeared to where it reappeared.
No, yeah, it's not. It wasn't like a how did they get there in 10 minutes? Not
Yeah. Oh,
like
okay.
oh no, it disappeared for 10 minutes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, yeah. It wasn't like a alarm raising thing. Like
Oh,
oh they're over here.
yeah. It
What's
wasn't
up
like
with
a
that?
teleport type
Nah,
thing.
nah, nah.
Or
It was just like oh we picked up the signal again.
mm,
Um, And since they didn't know what like plane it was, could have been a jet. They don't really know what it is. They don't know
Yeah,
any information about the flight. They don't know where they're going.
could be
They
a helicopter.
they like wanted to contact, but it's like, how do we even contact this plane? Like, we don't know who they are, right?
Mm.
Yeah, I don't think it'd be a helicopter.
Oh yeah, it's too slow.
Yeah, or just like the height thing. I don't know if they come up on radar because
Oh,
helicopters fly pretty close to the ground.
oh yeah.
I mean, this is over the ocean too.
Oh yeah. It's kind of scary for
So
helicopter.
now at this point, the Malaysian flight tower notices like, hey, like we haven't gotten that signal back from them because it's automated. It's supposed to happen like every like 30 minutes. Say, example,
Mm.
say like every 30 minutes, it's supposed to send a signal back, and it's just like oh, hey, we're here. Like this is what's going on, but it's automated, and they're like, hey, like it's kind of weird. We didn't get the signal. Like what's going on, right? And at this point, they're like thinking the worst, man. They're like, oh, like what if there was like a hijacking or something like that? Because it's not normal for the equipment like to just turn off.
Yeah.
You know, someone like
Or on
someone had to
purpose.
do it.
Yeah.
hmm
Who was it?
So at this point, like they're kind of scrambling. They're letting like the military know, like, oh, a lot of people are just tracking it because it's just a rogue blip. Like they don't
Yeah.
know anything about it. So now the Malaysian military, like they're tracking it. The Vietnam's tracking it. Thailand's tracking it. Just a ton of like people in the area, they're tracking it. And it gets to a point where it's over the Andaman Sea, which is now west of Malaysia.
Yeah.
It's like kind of in the
So
Indian
like
Ocean.
past Malaysia already.
Uh-huh. And
Damn.
it's not super far off,
Hmm.
but it's now the other way because they're going to China. So they
Oh,
U-turned and went
weird.
back. So they see it over the Andaman Sea, which is just in the Indian Ocean. And then there is when they lose signal and they don't pick it back up.
Damn.
And then 18 minutes later, they finally declare it missing, and the airline, they're reaching out to like different government agencies, different organizations, the military. They end up asking like the US for help, British people for help. If you're British, you understand. Um, so yeah, they're like, hey, like now we need help. Like now this is getting a little more serious. And an hour later, Malaysia Airlines they issue a code red.
Oh
So
shit.
now it's like a serious emergency. And now there's like search parties being deployed, and there's this and there's like just bigger search efforts being mobilized. And this is when people are starting to criticize, like, hey, like, why did you guys wait an hour from the signal being missing to
Yeah.
make it a code red? And they said we were making sure that it was even missing.
It sounds like something you could do like in a minute, bro.
Yeah, so like people aren't sure. Like even to this day, they're like, we don't know why they took so long. Like there's people who say like, oh, there's like nefarious purposes. Like they knew something was up and they were up to some like fishy stuff, or maybe they were
Yeah.
just shitty at their job and it was just like negligence or something like that.
Yeah,
Like
I
we
could
don't
see.
know. Yeah,
Yeah,
I could see both.
I just think it's so weird how the plane just decided to do that.
Yeah, but this is more about on the airline, like the people in charge. Like
Yeah.
why didn't you make it a code red
Yeah, yeah.
sooner?
Oh, talking about codes though. I went to the hospital like a couple weeks ago,
hmm
and over the speaker thing or the intercom,
Yeah.
they said, "Oh, we have a code blue, code blue." I was like, "What the heck is a code blue?" You know, doesn't
Yeah.
sound that dangerous because it's like the opposite of red.
Yeah, that's true.
And I searched it up, and I was like, someone was like having a heart attack in the hospital. I was like, "Oh, that's pretty serious." But yeah, it's kind of scary.
I don't know why they didn't just say someone's having a heart attack.
Yeah. I guess it's a try not to scare people.
I'm
Maybe.
at a hospital, like it's just kind of a given.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
People are sick and stuff. Like, oh my god, someone's having a heart attack. Oh my god, oh my, like, come on, bro. What am I gonna do?
That's
Nothing, okay?
true.
Mm, I don't know.
Very good points.
But back to their flight. Mm. And at this point, it's 3 hours later, and the people in Beijing, they're like, hey, like, where the fuck's our plane at? Because obviously the plane was gonna land in Beijing and then fly somewhere else. It was gonna
Yeah.
pick up new passengers,
Mm,
and the people that are waiting on the, like, I guess the second flight you would call it, were like, where the fuck's our plane?
yeah.
Because they see in like the, well, you've never been to an airport, but there's like the
Oh
departing
yeah,
and
like in the
arrivals.
movies. Yeah.
Yeah, you've seen movies. There's like the departing flights and arriving flights, so they see like, oh, it's supposed to have been here, but we don't have any information like what's going on. Like at this point, it's 3 hours later.
That's pretty whack.
It is pretty whack. And they don't have any information.
I would be like, give me a refund, bro.
Yeah, what's up with that? Give me a private jet.
For real.
Fly me first class. Come on, man.
Oh, touch my um
Touch my wallet. Put some
yeah.
money up in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Remember about planes, bro? Remember the when I talked about the piss flight?
I don't remember the
Or
specific. Oh yeah.
yeah, there was like a drunk guy who
Yeah.
peed, and then it ended up being like,
Oh yeah.
was it really him?
Yeah, it got a lot bigger than it should have been, bro.
Yeah. Piss flight. Go back and watch it if you haven't. It was pretty good, I think.
What episode was it on?
I think episode 6.
It should be in the title.
It'll be here. It'll be linked. Mm.
Enjoy.
Yeah, you
If
should
you're
go
if,
back
if you're
into it.
into pee and stuff, watch the video. You'll
Able.
enjoy it. That's gross. Actually, that's gross. Not even maybe, bro. That's just gross. I'm
No, man, it's not what your archives would suggest.
what archives, bro?
Oh, Rocket.
Rocket League. All right, man. Let's move on with the Malaysia flights.
So at this point, Malaysia Airlines they post a public announcement to their Facebook page,
Shit.
like letting people know, like, oh, like this, the flight's missing and stuff
Did they
like that.
did they put an apology video?
This was 2014. They weren't in style like that.
Alright.
Mm, and I assume like, to me and you, bro, a Facebook announcement sounds kind of silly. But this is Malaysia. I don't know how big Facebook is over there.
I mean, maybe, I would assume bigger than
Might be bigger
here.
than, yeah. That's what I mean. Like it might
Yeah.
be significant over there. I feel like here it might be like Twitter.
Yeah, probably Twitter. I don't even use Twitter,
Yeah.
but a lot of people do.
Mm. Yeah, I feel like that's just where companies would be like, "Hey, sorry guys, we fucked up,"
Yeah, my bad,
or like a
G.
YouTube apology.
Yeah.
Mm. So, but now people are starting to like, oh shit, our loved ones are missing,
Yeah. Oh,
or
that's
just people
true.
in general know like, hey, there's something going on with the plane. Um. So at this point, it's 5 hours after missing. Search efforts are ramping up, and there's a satellite that tries to send a signal to the plane. It's called a signal handshake. It's basically just like a signal that's sent and then it's sent back, and it's
Hmm.
kind of like to pinpoint like location or
Like
something
a
like that.
bing bong. Like bing bong.
Yeah, like a bing bong, I guess. Um, so they send the signal, but due to everything like being turned off, like it wasn't sent back.
Hmm.
But they're still somehow able to like narrow like a location. Like, oh, it could be here, it could be here. But it's still super broad. It's not like, oh, it's not like
Yeah,
just
it's
the
not
coordinate.
exact.
But it's like, oh, it could be around here or it could be around here. So now there's just more information being given, right?
Good job.
So, oh, and this also lets them know that the plane is still in flight. At
Hmm.
this point, it hasn't crashed. It's still moving,
W.
which is still like kind of weird because I feel like they still haven't heard anything. There's still it's like it's off radar and stuff at this
Yeah.
point.
Can you use your phone on the plane?
At some points, I think they tell you not to when it's taking off,
Hmm.
but once it's like cruising altitude, they let you use your phone.
And does it like have good data and everything?
No, this is over the ocean, bro.
Oh, so they can't make any calls or nothing.
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay. That's what I wanted to know.
No. I think if you're over like land, you should.
Maybe, yeah.
And I know some planes offer like in-flight Wi-Fi.
They should have got that. That probably could have helped. At least to like call their parents or something. Or their
Yeah,
loved
but
ones.
who's to say the people on board knew that there was something even wrong?
Oh, that's true. I mean, eventually, I guess that would take a long
Because the
time.
flight it's a 6 hour flight. At this point, so it's been missing for 5 hours.
Oh, wait a minute. If they already got over there, wouldn't that already be like 6 hours since they're already over
Yeah, but they
Beijing?
don't know, bro.
Oh, I guess, yeah. They could just be like,
Like, well, just maybe it's taking. Sometimes it just takes longer,
yeah, but
you know.
11 hours.
And a lot of people were asleep too. Well, no, it didn't fly 6 hours and then disappear.
Oh,
It flew. It didn't make it all the way to China. It
oh.
was over Vietnam and then did the U-turn. So it might be like 7 hours,
Yeah, it's
like
not,
four at this point.
yeah, I understand.
Like I don't know how long into the flight it was, but it wasn't 11. I know it wasn't that.
Right.
Mm. So the search, like they told you how they had like two like possible regions.
Yeah, yeah.
So they're searching over the Indian Ocean. It was like a line, I guess,
Mm.
of the flight. So it could be here, it could be up here. So they're looking over Central Asia, and they're also looking in the Indian Ocean. I guess it wasn't super specific. It was like, oh, it could be here, it could be here,
Okay, yeah.
just because of the flight path it took.
Oh,
Because they
makes
know it
sense.
went up here, and then they did the U-turn and went back down here. So they're like, it could be anywhere in this general location, this route, I guess. So at this point, 16 days later, nothing's found.
Damn.
They stopped the search over Central Asia just because they're like, oh, it's over land. I feel like we would have seen it by now.
Yeah.
It's just easier, you know. Like I don't like it'd be pretty hard to miss a fucking plane on land.
Good point.
And they're like, it's just most likely in the ocean. So they stopped the search of Central Asia. Like, all right, let's just kind of focus more on the ocean. And then the Malaysian Prime Minister announces that by this point, if there were any survivors, they stopped being survivors.
Damn.
16 days later, just a
Yeah.
given.
Unless you like manage to hoard up all the like the plain snacks.
No, no, they calculate for stuff like that.
Oh shit.
It's just snacks, bro. You can't live that long off of like
What if you eat
like
other
peanuts.
people?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
I feel like then you could like beat the statistics.
You probably could.
So I mean,
So I guess they didn't calculate for like every possible scenario. Because another thing too, they could have like crashed on land and someone could have lived and been alive.
yeah.
But yeah, talking about eating other people. Shout out to our videos. Shout out to our video from last week where we talked about cannibals and cannibalism. If you haven't watched it, what are you doing?
Stop it.
Go watch it after this.
Fucking bitches.
All right. So a month later, the search is still being done. There's an Australian ship who's been looking for him in the Indian Ocean.
What are you gonna do, bro? You're from Australia, bro.
Well, Australia's pretty close.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, dumbass.
I thought it was like in India.
Well, the Indian Ocean is still in reach of Australia. I could show you a map, dude.
Yeah, that would help. You know where Illinois is?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, look, so this is Malaysia and that's Australia, dude. It's pretty fucking close.
Yeah, I would say yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty close.
Good job, Australia. I love you.
Shout out Australia. Shout out everyone from Australia.
You guys are pretty cool, actually.
Pretty cool. I set my Siri to the Australian female voice because I
Nice.
think it sounds cool. But anyways, so the Australian ship, they're looking, and they get a signal that they say like, hey, this is MH370. So it could be like the black box. It could be just some equipment. You know what the black box is? It's like this like I don't know what it is actually. Um, what is a black box?
Hey Siri, fart for me.
I'm gonna leave that in the video.
Bro.
So a black box is a flight data recorder that's in every airplane.
Flight.
So it
Oh,
has
airplane.
flight data and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah.
So they're saying, oh, the signal could be from that, could be something else on the plane, and it's also corroborated by a second they call it a handshake, right? The
Yeah,
satellite
yeah, the
signal.
Bing Bong.
They did a second one, and the general area is like, oh, hey, like it checks out.
Yeah, yeah.
And they sent submarines to look in that area because it's still a big ass space. They don't have it
Yeah.
narrowed down, but they send submarines and they don't find anything still.
Damn.
And then it comes out that the signal could have been an error due to faulty wires on the Australian ship.
I knew it. I could smell it from
Yeah,
here.
so I take back the praise for Australia.
I can't believe
Fix
you
your
guys.
wires. Also, you guys have koalas.
They have STDs.
Boo, boo koalas. Last week's video talked about koalas. Watch it after this one.
Would you rather fight a koala or that one other animal that looks like a koala?
What other animal looks like a koala? You?
Mm.
How about you? What animal looks like a koala?
Let's those is it a lemur or a sloth?
A lemur is King Julian.
Oh, never mind. King Julian's pretty cool. I'll take it back.
I wouldn't fight any of them because that's fucked up.
Like, what if a koala called your mom a bitch though?
The koala called my mom a bitch.
Yeah.
How?
Like, you know, like those one papers, the little TikToks where they put like two pictures in front of like a dog and he like eats the food on top of one to like pick something.
Yeah.
Like, what if like that he like there was like all the letters in the alphabet and he spelled it out.
Bro, koalas only eat leaves off the tree, bro.
Yeah, but like if a koala did went out of his way to do that, I think that's pretty impressive and very intentional. And I think you would have to catch these hands if he's
Nah,
into my
at that
mother.
point, he's super smart and he should be protected.
Mm.
Cause he's like, yo, this is like super
I mean,
koala.
I
It's
feel
like,
like I would at least punch him one time
I would
for it.
probably throw something at him.
Yeah, like
Throw like a rock or like a stick.
yeah, like shut up, don't talk
Like,
about my
hey,
mom, bro.
fuck you. Wow.
Yeah, yeah,
And I'd probably miss.
that's a good answer. Yeah,
Yeah.
just kind of far, yeah.
I don't know how tall eucalyptus trees are.
Oh no, you could lick this stick though.
All
All right.
right. So now it's a year later, and
Damn,
there's a French island called Réunion.
that sounds very French.
I don't speak French.
Réunion,
Um,
baguette,
let me see where it is.
oui oui, lick my oui.
Which is a little off the coast of Madagascar.
Oh, we were just talking about King Julian. Big up Madagascar.
Big up. Mort.
More, I like more.
Yep.
I like. Oh, the trio is more King Julian and Maurice.
Maurice. W.
I have a
Maurice.
cat named Maurice.
Yep. So there's a man in the French island of Réunion,
Réunion,
which is off the coast of Madagascar.
Madagascar.
And he finds some plane debris, just some debris, which is pretty standard if you live on an island, I guess.
Yeah.
They like the articles and the videos I saw, sorry. They said that it's pretty standard, like for them to find stuff that washes up ashore, which I assume makes sense.
Yeah.
And he contacts authorities like, hey, look, this looks like a plane. What if this is that Malaysia plane? And I don't know how this is done, but it's identified as some apart from the right wing of a Boeing 777, which is the type of plane that
Oh,
MH370 was,
damn.
a Boeing 777. Um, and then somehow, I don't know how, they confirm it to be from that flight. I don't know how that's done. Like this doesn't didn't make sense to me. I just like how would you know it's from this specific Boeing 777?
Yeah.
There's probably like 100 or more even.
Yeah, probably like a lot.
There's probably a lot of Boeing 777s. I don't know how you would know like it's from this one. But they it was, right? And then later more debris is found in Tanzania, in Mozambique, in South Africa, Madagascar, and Mauritius.
Whoa, Morbius.
Morbius. My favorite movie ever, probably.
That's crazy.
Um, but only three of them are confirmed to be from MH370.
Mm.
So not all of them. Like some of them was just debris. You know,
Why is debris spelled like that, bro?
I don't know. Debris,
It's kind of weird.
debris,
Oh,
DeVry University.
talking about debris. Oh, there's this one video of a car going straight, like just like you know how there's roads on mountains. They're like kind of like on the edge,
Yeah.
and the other side is just down.
Uh-huh.
Well, this is off of like a cliff, and there's like water on the bottom, and they're just driving. And the dash cam in this car sees another car go, just turn left all of a sudden and ramp off just off the edge. And they're like, "What the heck? That's kind of weird." And they looked into the water, and they just never found the car. And eventually, they saw like the lady like that was in the car supposedly, allegedly,
Uh-huh.
washed up on the beach,
Oh, shit.
dead. Obviously, it was many days later, but then still never found the car nor like any debris at all. So it's kind of crazy. It's pretty cool.
Moving on. I don't know what to say to that.
It was Alexis. That's not the lady's name. The car, bro.
Shout out Alexis.
That's no.
What?
The I don't know what the lady's name was. The car brand was
No, I know
Alexis.
the brand was Lexus,
Yeah.
but I just wanted to say shout out Alexis.
Who's Alexis?
subscriber. Actually,
Actually?
yeah.
Oh, shout out Alexis.
Shout out Alexis. She's pretty cool. She does cool stuff. So shout out to you. I hope she watches. I don't know if she watches. I know she subscribed.
Thank you.
Also shout out Alexis when you pretended to be a girl on Snapchat. So you're Alexis as well.
I was.
For a period of time. So there's just more analysis being done because they have like the U.S. flight
People.
agency, whatever they're called, the British flight agency, whatever they're called. Boo, British people. And they say like the plane wasn't guided into the ocean. It crashed.
Oh,
So I guess the way like the debris was
it was too.
like I don't know.
It was too
I
destroyed.
assume yeah, I assume that's what it was. And it's like oh this didn't like gently enter the water because
Yeah, like it
the
wasn't like a
pilot had
safe
to land
crashing.
it. You know?
Yeah,
Yeah, it wasn't a safe crash. It was like a
like a. Oh my God, we're crashing.
you know? Yeah. In whatever language they speak in Malaysia. Not in English.
I don't know.
There's a lot of Chinese people on board.
Maybe
It's
Malaysian.
Um and so almost 3 years later, the government you're like, hey, like we're gonna stop.
Yeah,
We're
like
gonna stop looking. There's like millions of dollars, like hundreds of millions of billions, probably dollars that has gone into it.
yeah,
We haven't really found anything. Like we can't keep looking forever. So the government calls off the search, but it's still being done by like private
yeah,
groups,
private part,
investigation. Not private parts.
like private parts of agencies.
No, not of agencies,
Oh,
of like separate companies and people who volunteered,
oh, okay.
not agencies. Um, it's just people who like really wanted to get down to it that made it like their mission. Like, hey, like we want to do this for whatever reason,
Mission.
which is really cool.
Yeah, nice, good job, guys.
Um, the final report though that was put out by the government, I guess this is the Malaysian government,
Yeah,
said that this was not caused by a mechanical failure, which was a theory. Like, oh, like maybe something on the plane went wrong,
yeah, like a little the
like the engine malfunction or something like that.
the blinker fluid or something just stopped
Yeah, they didn't have
leaking.
they didn't have any blinker fluid.
Yeah. Make
Uh,
sure to like refill on the blinker fluid, guys. It's very important for your car.
very special reminder from the Council of Geniuses: refill your blinker fluid.
Very important.
Very crucial to the inner workings of a vehicle.
Every 10,000 miles. Get on it.
Yup, yup. Um. So yeah, but they said it's not a mechanical failure because of the A cars and the transponder
Mm.
going off. Like that's just not something that would happen.
Yeah, that's like a purpose
Uh
thing.
huh. But there's still no definitive evidence to say, oh, this happened. We
Mm.
just we
No, it
know enough to
crashed.
rule this out, but
Mm.
we don't know anything else to say it was something else with certainty.
Yeah.
But that was like really like the facts that went into it. And now we're gonna get more into speculation.
Mm.
So, which is I love speculation and stuff like that.
I love spreading misinformation.
I don't like spreading misinformation.
I
I
It depends.
cherish it.
I love it.
um,
I don't like it. I love it.
but numerous theories start to spread. Like we've heard stuff like aliens.
Me, I'm not an alien. I'm just
They
like
said Abel brought down the plane.
I have brought down many planes in my time in GTA.
Okay.
It could have been a
Military.
hijacking or something.
Oh yeah, there was a hijacking. There
Because like
was
they went past the fucking original place too.
military intervention. Somehow, someone made doctored footage showing that it entered the Bermuda Triangle
Damn. You know why it's called Bermuda? Bermuda sounds like it's something else.
because there's an island called Bermuda.
Oh, pretty interesting shorts.
Pretty cool, I guess. Bermuda shorts. But does it really make sense because the Bermuda Triangle is in the Atlantic Ocean
Yeah, not the
near
Indian
like
Ocean.
Florida or some shit?
Damn.
And the funny thing is, bro, it's funny and also kind of messed up. So I told you there was a doctored video
Yeah.
saying like, "Hey, look, it's in the Bermuda Triangle. It went missing because of Bermuda Triangle stuff." I don't know. I didn't really see how this was done, but I guess it was just hosted on a website or maybe it had like a link or something.
Yeah.
And when you would click on the website, it would steal your information, and people had like money stolen from
That's
them.
crazy. It's like
Which
pretty
is really
smart
fucked
scam.
up, huh?
Pretty smart scam.
Yeah, that's pretty smart. So yeah, the misinformation and actual like malware involved.
Shit.
It's really fucked up.
It's a good scam.
It was a pretty good scam.
Just get find
I,
something.
I put, which I thought it was
Yeah,
funny.
I think that's like if you could do that, like get on. Let's say there's certain links that you click and they like are bad for you or fun shit. Like it's pretty common on like Discord. It's just where I've seen it the most. They could like get your location sometimes too, just by clicking a random link,
Yeah,
and you could just put like a funny or like something eye catching as a link, and I would click it probably if it was like eye catching of like Cristiano Ronaldo left testicle falls off during match live. I would click it.
I would not click that.
I think I would. I thought it'd be pretty funny, bro. Like
I would know if that happened or not.
I guess yeah,
I'm a huge Ronaldo fan, bro.
yeah. What if it was like a um Cardi B toes? That's gross, bro. That's I'm getting scammed.
You know how to get me. You know how to get me. If you want to steal my information, send me a link saying it's Cardi B feet videos.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Bro, he said he would click on a video about a guy's testicle.
That's not because I like testicles.
Nah,
That's just because I
because you
just
want to see him.
because it's so outlandish. That's why. Imagine like your balls popping in like the middle of a game, bro.
I don't want to think about balls anymore.
Uh,
um, but a lot of these theories were silly, bro. Like aliens is kind of silly.
yeah,
The Bermuda Triangle, apart from it being an actual scam, it just sounds dumb.
yeah.
Um, but there's a leading theory, which actually, let me look this up real quick.
Please be mine. Please be mine. Please be mine.
There's this philosophical, like a thought experiment, I guess is what it's called Occam's razor,
Sounds familiar.
which just says that the simpler, like the yeah, like the simpler and the simplest answer
This is probably the
is
actual.
probably the right one, just because it has like less holes, or like you have to bring in less like outside information to make it make sense.
Yeah,
So and like something like aliens, you kind of have to like go off information that wasn't given already. You're like, oh, like you're kind of forcing it. It's kind of a reach. But Occam's razor. So this is just the simplest one that kind of everything just kind of checks out. So the leading theory is that a pilot took control of the plane,
it's probably to do.
and he killed everyone on the cabin by it killed everyone on the plane by depressurizing the cabin. Some shit involving air.
Mm,
Um, and then he flew into the ocean. It's just the one that makes the most sense because the pilot would have access to the controls to make it do a U-turn. He would be able to turn off the transponder and turn off the ACAR system. Um, However, there was background in like research done on on the crew, the pilot and the co-pilot.
yeah,
And the co-pilot was like a young guy. He was like 27
yeah. He's not gonna lose a
and he
fight.
was getting married. So
Oh,
they're like, "Okay, it's not him." And the main pilot, like he didn't have a history of like, any history that would suggest he would
do it.
want to take his life,
Yeah,
want to do something like that. He seemed like a good guy. His history was clean, so to speak.
yeah.
Because this is something that's happened before. Like there's been pilots who had mental issues, who were
Yeah,
depressed and
I seen
suicidal,
one.
and they took control and they just crashed the plane. It's something that's happened. It's not a reach to say that this could have happened, but they did an investigation on these guys. Like I don't really think these guys did it. But again, it's just a theory that just makes the most sense to most people. And also someone said, I don't know how they would find this out, but this is something I saw being said a lot online and in articles and videos and stuff, that the pilot had practiced flying a plane into the ocean on a flight simulator video game. Like he had like a flight simulator in his
Yeah,
house, and that's something he would do.
it's pretty odd.
I don't know how you would know that,
Yeah,
and how. Yeah, I don't know how they would know that he did
yeah.
that.
It's pretty hard to find out.
I've played Flight Simulator on the Xbox, and I've flown planes into my house. I'm not gonna fucking do that in real life, you know.
You can see your own house in the.
Yeah, so it's actually really cool. Not sponsored, but the Flight Simulator video game on the Xbox and on the computer.
Mm.
It's super detailed and it has like the whole world in it. Actually, like the whole world, like.
That's actually crazy.
Mhm. And you could put in like coordinates, and you could drop like in your city and see your house. It goes off like Google Maps or some shit like
Wow,
that,
that's pretty
or
cool
Bing
actually.
Maps. I think 'cause it's Microsoft. So it goes off Bing Maps, and it's not like once you get close to the ground,
Uh,
it's not like super like 4K like,
yeah,
but you can still tell it's your house. Like
that's
I could
pretty
tell it's
cool.
my house. I knew where I was.
That's pretty
You
cool.
know, and I went like, oh, let me go from my house. Like, let me take the route I take to work. Let me
Mm.
go to work and crash the plane. I'm not gonna do that actually though.
Yeah,
Mm,
pretty cool.
it was pretty cool.
I'm gonna have to get on that.
You don't have an Xbox.
I have a computer.
Your computer's really shitty.
That's true.
Graphically. Mm.
I might just fly a plane for real and crash into my house.
Um. But on to some other theories, right? So there's hijacking theories.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
So kind of under hijacking, some people think that the pilots did it for ransom,
Mm.
but the only problem is they didn't contact
Yeah, how were they
anyone
gonna get the
asking for
money?
money. You know, like the kind of the whole point of asking of getting a ransom is you don't have to like fucking ask, like, hey, give us money or I'm gonna do this,
Yeah.
and no one was contacted, so it ruled out.
Oh, this happened in 2014, right?
It's happened in 2014.
Mm.
Why? What are you gonna say?
Well, it's a lot easier to hijack a plane before 9/11,
Yeah,
obviously.
this is in 2014, so it was a lot harder. That's
Yeah.
another thing too. That's just really hard to hijack a plane. Another thing is that there were two Iranian men on the flight who were on board using stolen passports, and a lot of people were like, "Oh, like when the information came out of the crew and the passengers,
Yeah.
and it was mainly just for people to see, like, oh, like these are the people."
Yeah.
And then I think they had to change it to like, "Oh, hey, like we found out that these guys had stolen passports," which I don't know how you would find that out after the fact.
That's pretty odd.
Um, and then somehow they're like, hey, like these weren't terrorist guys, they're illegal migrants who were just
Mm.
trying to flee or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Which none of this like explanations really make that much sense to me. But it was thrown out.
Yeah.
Another theory is that, involving hijacking. Another explanation would be that someone they're like stowed away on board before everyone got on, because there was like a compartment like outside the cockpit door, I think
Yeah.
like storage or something like that,
Mm.
that someone could
Yeah.
hide on and then just get out.
Because what I see is, and it started off going in the correct direction, and it was going in the correct direction for a
Yeah.
while. So I guess that until then, everything was going a-okay,
Mm.
and maybe someone like pulled up, then I pull up
Okay, I pull up.
to the cockpit, and they kind of like did their thing, and they're like, all right, let's go crash into a building or something.
Let's go.
And as they were going, they were like, beep 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 beep, low on gas.
Maybe. But yeah, so stowaway is that, like, and it's possible for someone to get out and like turn off the equipment that was turned off from there.
Hmm.
So that's another theory. But there's nothing really to suggest it other than it's possible for it to happen.
Yeah.
There's also an interesting theory that it was a false flag done by Russia, because during this time was when Russia was starting to annex Crimea, which is something involving Ukraine. Um, and so a lot of the news was focused on that, and some people say that Russia like had agents on the plane that hijacked it and just crashed it.
Damn.
Cause after this, like this was the news cycle. The news cycle was this missing plane for months.
Yeah. Have you seen that the new Call of Duty mission?
I don't. I haven't played it. I'm not.
Me neither,
I
but
don't know the game.
they, well, it was a Modern Warfare one, and in the original game, there's a lot of controversy over that one domestic terrorism scene where they shot up an airport.
Mm.
Yeah,
I
and
used to play that mission and then restart it
do it
just
again.
to do it again.
That mission was pretty crazy. I remember playing it, and there's a lot of controversy over it, and they're gonna hyping up that this game was gonna have like the next type of those missions.
Uh,
You were gonna do a terrorist attack, and
it's the selling point,
yeah,
guys.
well, actually was because people were like, oh,
Buy
like,
our new game. You can do a terrorist attack in it.
well, it turned out to be kind of like not as risky as the other one, but the way it goes is you're like a okay man,
Oh, my bad.
you're on a flight like a normal flight, right? You're
Yeah.
Uzbekistan woman, and a guy sits next to you. He
You're a
goes,
woman.
yeah. The guy sits next to you. He goes, hello, and says your name, and then you used to work for the armed forces against them before,
Oh.
and he points a gun at you. I think it was assembled inside the plane. I think he like smuggled in like a bunch of different parts separately,
Okay.
and he puts a gun at you, and then he puts a bomb vest on you. No, no, he doesn't do that. He points a gun at you, and then you fight him, and you take away the gun. But then the air marshals that fly, like they have people with guns that fly on the
Yeah.
plane,
Yeah.
just in case. And he's like, "Oh my God, she has a gun!" And then so he shoots at you, and you shoot him back and kill him, and then you get knocked out. And then Makarov, the Russian guy, he's like, "Oh, this is all part of the plan. We're gonna give you a bomb vest," and then they gave you a bomb vest, and you can defuse it in time. And they left. So now they think that you did the crime and you did a terrorist attack, and they blame it on your country. It's pretty crazy.
Well, I guess a spoiler if you
Oh, that's true, bro.
didn't
The game
play it
just came
and
out.
wanted to.
Fuck you, bitch.
Um,
Don't buy it. I heard it's like a DLC. I heard the campaign's actually really ass. Like actually,
I don't care. I don't play
I heard it was the
campaigns in
worst one.
video games, bro.
I heard it was the worst one ever.
The last time I played a campaign in Call of Duty was like Modern Warfare, the first one,
The second one's actually good, but
and I was like 10, bro.
the second campaign's actually really good too. I remember that one.
I don't care. I buy games to play multiplayer, and that's it.
I'm gonna replay the first Modern Warfare game.
'Cause you don't have any friends.
I I enjoy the campaign.
You play with yourself. Oh, but then I started to look at, I was wondering, right? And I was like, I wonder what the top minds of the world think. Reddit. So I looked at Reddit. I looked at the conspiracy boards on Reddit to see what they were saying about flight MH370. Because as we know, Reddit hosts the top minds of the world. Genius IQ people.
Yeah, at least 200.
At least, yeah, at least 200. That's my IQ.
Damn.
Yep. And again, this is Reddit commenters. So there's a lack of evidence already. Someone said that there were engineers on the plane who had like a patent to like some super cool invention that was supposed to change the world. It was like some conductor or something like that,
Yeah.
and they were working on it, and that the Illuminati took down the plane to get rid of them.
Pretty out there.
Pretty out there. There was no real evidence I saw for that. Another one was that the plane, apart from passengers and stuff, it had spy equipment headed towards China. Because as you know, the plane was headed towards China.
Yeah, Spike.
So it had spy equipment for China.
Inspector Gadget shit.
Inspector Gadget shit, yeah. And that the U.S. took it down because of China. No real evidence. Um, Another one which actually had more. It didn't have evidence, real evidence, but it had a lot of
Fake
people
evidence.
agreeing, not faking.
Oh.
Had a lot of people agreeing and like kind of corroborating the story and adding on to it. So I thought it was really cool. So someone said this was like a whole like a Reddit thread, like a
Yeah.
yeah, like a thread on this specific post. So someone says that it was remote hijacked. I don't know how you do that. And it was flown to Diego Garcia, which is just an island.
Oh.
Let me look up where that
Bro
is.
just named the island after himself.
Yeah, I actually wonder. So Diego Garcia is a island of the British Indian Ocean Territory, and it's disputed over who it belongs to. It belongs to the UK, like it's recognized as the UK, but it's disputed by Mauritius. And I don't know who it was named after. Probably some guy named Diego Garcia though. Whatever, not super important. But that it was flown there for some reason. These guys don't really have anything to prove to anybody, so they just make claims and don't back
Yeah.
up but with anything. And that whatever they wanted from the plane, like I assume it had important like VIP people that they needed, whoever they is,
Yeah.
or just equipment, and that all the other passengers were disposed of, and then that the plane itself was repurposed as MH17 which was also another Malaysia Airlines flight that disappeared. But only this one we know what happened. It was shot down over Ukraine,
Mm.
and it's blamed on the Russians. They say that Russians did it because oh we don't know who it is. We thought it was like a war thing, and we shot it down, but it ended up being like a commercial airliner.
That's pretty fucked up.
So they're saying that yeah they took the plane and repurposed it as another plane for whatever reason. And someone said that like adding on to this comment that there were reports from first responders to the MH17 crash that said like hey like these bodies look like they've been dead already.
That's pretty fucked up.
And that the bodies like well they crashed on a hot day and they said like hey these bodies are cold,
Oh,
they smell like formaldehyde.
to like clean them.
Yeah, so the what they're implying is that some of the bodies were just kept on board, and then I don't know, I guess when they shot it down they were there. I don't know for what purpose
That's a whole separate thing.
this is.
Pretty odd.
I don't know. I don't know.
Fairly odd. Some
Top
people
minds
say.
of the world, Reddit, they know better than we do, I'm sure. But yeah, so that's really all like I had to say about that. Caesar, I hope you liked our explanation. I hope we did it justice. Keep suggesting things, man. I love you. No homo. But before I move on, actually, this is less about the plane and more about the research I was doing this morning.
Yeah.
I have a quarrel with a YouTube channel. Should I name them?
Mm. Go ahead, man.
I want to say fuck you to Beyond Facts, the YouTube channel. Fuck you.
Why? Why are we doing?
So this morning, I was getting some extra research done. So I'm watching videos and stuff like that while I was taking a shower. I was watching videos about like the flight, like theories to see like, oh, this is what
Yeah.
happened, this is what happened. And they posted a video last week saying Malaysia flight MH370 found, and I'm like, oh shit, this
This
is
is
last week.
big.
This is pretty big. It has big number of views,
How much is?
like 11,000,
Oh, it's pretty large. Yeah.
something like that. And I'm like, oh shit, this could be big. This could be huge. Maybe like I just missed it on the news because I don't watch the news.
Yeah.
Maybe I just missed it and I didn't know. So I watched the video, and they start off by saying that there's like some claim that they found like someone like an investigator found it in the jungle of Cambodia, which is around
Yeah.
Malaysia. It makes sense. It's not outside the realm of possibility. And then he spends the whole video talking about the information that I gave you, like background information on the flight, which again kind of makes sense. Like, okay, maybe not everyone knows already the story.
Yeah.
And then at the end, he's like, oh, so this claim, it's not true. Because he based it off satellite imagery on Google Maps, and those pictures were from the year 2004, and the plane crashed in 2014. Also, the plane, it's not even long enough to be the Boeing 777, and the direction it was facing in couldn't have been it. So I spent the whole fucking video just to get clickbaited by the fucking tag.
Damn, bro, got you good.
He fucking got me. He fucking got me, bro. And in the comment section,
Hmm.
no one was like, "Oh, fuck you for clickbait."
Yeah.
They were like, this is really interesting. Oh, I hope they find it."
That's
I was like, "What
cool.
the fuck? What's up with this, man?" The whole video was a load of fucking nothing.
Did you give it a dislike?
I gave it a dislike, and I'm gonna leave a mean comment.
Damn, what are you gonna say?
I don't know, something mean. But oh, it was a 20-minute video. I thought it was 11 minutes, 20 minutes,
That is
18 minutes.
too long for clickbait, bro.
And even the picture, bro. Look at the fucking picture. It's
Yeah,
it's a plane underwater
with a finger point
with
at.
a finger pointing at, and it's a Malaysia Airlines plane. I don't even know how they doctored this picture. And I saw it and I'm like, holy shit, maybe they did fucking find it.
Ooh, big news.
This guy fucking got me. Fuck you, Beyond Facts. More like Beyond. I'm about to say it, a slur. More like,
No,
more like Beyond. Fuck you.
beyond fat.
Yeah, Beyond Fat. Beyond a bitch.
Be,
Fuck you.
suck my meat.
Yeah, suck my both nuts. That's all I had to say about that. I was a little upset this morning, especially this morning, bro. When I saw that video end, I was like, "Fuck, man, they fucking got me.
Bro
They
said,
got me with the clickbait, bro." I was a little mad. I was a little upset, and I texted you too. I was like, "Man, I have fucking beef, man.
"Oh yeah, I remember."
I'm gonna talk some serious shit today. Fuck you, Beyond Facts.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, I saw you have fucking 300,000 subscribers and do like 10,000 views, bro. Fuck you.
Damn.
It's more than us, but fuck you. We do more than half of our subscribers and views
Sometimes.
most times. Most times. Okay, I got that off my chest and I'm good.
I'm happy now. I'm happy again.
Before we move on to what Abel had to say, I
Yeah.
did want to say a funny thing happened to me. Not related to this. So the other day I went to the park with my friend,
Mm-hmm.
my unnamed friend, and it was just a cool time at the park. And I didn't know this was happening at the park. There was like 50 people that showed up for like a public yoga thing, just at the park we were at, and it was a super small place.
Yeah.
It was in Long Beach.
Pretty large amount of people.
Super. It was like 50 or more, bro. It was a huge amount of people.
Damn.
And I was like, oh, what the fuck? Cause we get there and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, cool. There's a lot of people like here, cause we were there to like, there was like the sun setting. It's by the beach. And it's really cool. Um, and like, oh, there's a lot of people here. Like, it's a good spot. I understand. And then there's this guy talking like, okay, now we're gonna do this pose and we're gonna do this. And I was like, what the fuck? This is so weird, bro.
Doing
It's so
yoga
gross.
here. Gross.
And yeah, this is hella gross because a lot of people were barefooted, bro. Like people
Oh.
were pulling up and they were taking like their shoes and their socks off in public, bro. That's kind of yucky. Um, and it just looked really silly because they were doing like their yoga poses. And I don't know, I just thought it was like the funniest thing I've ever seen, but I couldn't imagine doing no shit like that.
That was. I thought you were gonna say something like they were fighting or something.
Nah, nah, nah. It was peaceful. It
Yeah.
was just like a culture shock more than anything to me.
Oh yeah.
I just thought it was really weird.
I thought that only happened in movies.
Yeah, I thought like it's so white people shit, man.
Yeah.
I'm allowed to say that. You're allowed to be racist to white people online.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, no one gets mad. Yeah, some white people shit, like white people with dread shit. Which also on the topic, I was telling my friend this too. I was like, oh man, talking about fucking white people with dreads. When I went to Canada,
Yeah.
the town my cousin lives in, I'm not gonna name it because of privacy reasons, but it's a really like a well-off town. Like people there have fucking money, like good amount, like crazy amounts. Like there's houses in there like for millions of dollars, Canadian dollars,
Damn.
which is more.
Yeah, I think it's more than.
Yeah, it's more than US dollars. No, it's less because $8 would be like $6 here.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
It's still big amounts of money though. And I remember we went out to eat to some nice like what is it called?
Arson.
Artisanal
Artisanal.
artisanal pizza place. Like where they make it in like a wooden like
Oh,
a thing and like in the
fancy
oven.
pizza.
Yeah, fancy pizza that was super thin.
Oh, I like the thin pizza.
And we were there and we are having such a good time. It was really good until
Oh, you told me a story.
the people next to us, there was some bitch who she had dreads and she was wearing a dress and she stink like fucking ass. Like not even like when I go to the gym, bro, or someone like you're exercising, you get a little sweaty, bro.
Yeah.
Like it's understandable if you're just like you're not gonna smell really good.
Yeah.
But she smelled like she had never showered before ever, bro. Like if she had never looked at a stick of deodorant before, if
Bro,
she had never been in the vicinity, she never heard the word soap.
bro, you're just not open-minded enough, bro. What if that was just perfume, bro?
She got fucking finessed. And she paid for that. It was bad. No, like, it was bad, bro. My aunt was there and she had to leave
I'm damn.
because of the fucking smell, bro. I don't know how you would. She was in a group. Like I don't know how you hang out with somebody like that, bro. If Abel stink like ass, I
Yeah.
would tell him. I'd be like, hey, bro, you fucking stink
And
like
I'll be
ass
like,
today, bro. What's up with that?
I'm sorry.
You know? You don't stink like ass today, bro. You don't have an aroma. Um, but yeah, and then I was fucking mad, bro. I texted my mom, and I was like, we're at this place, and this bitch fucking stinks. Um, I'm gonna send you a picture. And so I'm in the fucking restaurant, bro, and I fake take a video of
Yeah,
like the whole restaurant to like, oh look where I'm at. It's really
yeah.
cool out here.
It's
And
pretty
then
fun.
I'm like this, like that, bro. And I think I have it still. If I find it, I'll put it up. I don't give a fuck about privacy. I don't give a fuck about nothing.
Yeah, this
I'll
fake.
fucking expose that smelly bitch on this video, bro.
It's for your own good.
Yeah, yeah. Fuck you.
Shower.
I hope you fucking watch this.
Damn,
You stink.
damn.
Other than that, I had a nice time in Canada.
Yeah,
It was really cool. It was weird because a lot of people were just really nice. Like stereotypically, like they say Canadian people are nice,
yeah.
but I was like, damn, these people are really fucking nice.
Damn,
Like I thought people were like hating on me because of how nice they were.
damn.
You know? Maybe they were. I understand. But yeah, I just thought a lot of like there's a lot of weird people who were like I don't know, just like a cultural thing, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know if you have anything to add on to that.
Oh yeah. When I was younger, and you know how there would be like prices of books for some reason in the back. I would say the U.S. price and the Canada price.
Yeah,
I thought that if you were Canadian, you had to pay that top price no matter where you lived.
Canadian got to pay more
Yeah.
Canadian tax.
I was like, I was like, good thing I'm not Canadian. And then I think a teacher overheard me. She's like, what? And I explained it to her. And she's like, no, you're dumb, bro.
I don't think she called you dumb.
No, she didn't call me dumb, but she like,
She thought
she
yeah,
thought I was dumb.
she implied it.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Good times though. I
Yeah,
enjoyed
one
it.
time you told Mr. Andrade that you were the R word. Am I
Yeah.
allowed to say the R word? Retarded.
I mean, you can say it.
Yeah.
People aren't gonna be very happy about it, but
Well, I'm not calling. I'm calling you retarded.
yeah,
And
yeah. I got a question wrong on the whiteboard when he called up for me, and he's like, "Do you know what you got it wrong?" And I said, "Cause I'm retarded," and he just didn't say
that
anything
was the moment he like gave up.
on
He
me.
gave up on Abel. He's like,
Yeah,
this kid is beyond fucking teaching. Because after that, he didn't really call on you. He didn't really ask you nothing.
yeah.
He's like, all right, this kid's,
He might be. He might be.
yeah, I see it. I
Yeah.
don't know how he got in my class because I was like the advanced math, and I don't know if I got in that class either, bro.
I feel bad for him, bro, because you could tell well, he was trying at
He
least.
was he was passionate about teaching.
Yeah, he was
He
trying.
liked his job. It was good. I liked him. He was a cool guy.
Yeah, his classes were pretty fun despite being advanced too. Like there's fun people in there.
I was in there.
Yeah,
Jose was in there.
I remember that. Yeah.
Um, what did we call him? Malcolm, the pube chicken guy.
Oh yeah,
He was in there.
good moments.
Good moments, good stories.
Yeah.
And I always find it really funny to be around like those type of kids, bro. I think I talked about it before when we were comparing like class ranks, and some kid was mad that he dropped from like 2 to 4,
Oh yeah.
and I was like, bro, I'm fucking ranked like 800 out
Yeah.
of like 1200. um, but I remember there was this girl up in there. I'm not gonna name her. Nah. I'm not gonna name her, but I remember she was crying because she
Oh
got a B
yeah.
on a test one time, and I had an F on the test, and I just thought it was the fucking funniest thing. Not that I got an F, that she was crying about it. Um,
F for funny.
yeah, F for funny shit. F for let's say freaky.
What?
F for fantastic. Yeah, it was just a really funny like environment to be in whenever I was in like those advanced classes.
Yeah.
Cause
It was with the most random
I
assortment of
knew
people.
right off the bat that I was like I don't fucking belong in this class.
Yeah.
I shouldn't be in this advanced group of youngsters.
Individuals.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, I don't know what I'm doing in here, but it was funny. I had a good time. Um, yeah, I don't know. Do we have any other stories from Mr. Andrade's class?
Not really. I just remember that one time I, for some reason, snuck out while we had a substitute, like right outside the door, and I had like one of those calculators they let us borrow, little square ones, and I was like, I took it outside and smashed it. I don't know
Yeah,
why.
he you like army crawled on the floor, bro,
Yeah.
to get out, and then he was right outside the door, just bam, pick it up and just throw it on
It
the
was
floor, and
like
then
one of those doors where it was like a whole, like
it
most of
was
it was a
glass.
window. Yeah.
Yeah, it was just a glass door you could see outside of, but the sub didn't, and they
Let
didn't
me look
notice
up.
him leave, and then they didn't notice him come back. And
I
that
don't know
was
how.
whose calculator was that? Jose's?
I think so. Yeah.
It wasn't Jose's calculator, but it was the one like he was supposed to
Yeah, he
borrow.
got assigned. That was so random. I don't know why I did that. I just remember throwing it on the ground and like stomping on it, picking it up and throwing it down again and shit. So random,
That
bro.
shit was funny, bro.
Fuck institutions,
Yeah.
bro.
Well, actually, I remember in seventh grade in my math class, I
Yeah.
had our buddy Malcolm.
Mm.
Our buddy Malcolm, and I had this other kid, Richard.
Mm.
And he was in the class with us. And we had a sub that day. His name was Mr. Hubbard. It was some old guy. He looked like he had like dementia or something.
Damn.
He looked like he could have been like a homeless guy. He just plucked off the street and told him to wear a collared shirt and watch a class. Cause he had like really like balding, like thinning hair, and he had glasses. He was super old.
Yeah, yeah.
Like he looked like he was just there just to watch us. Basically, he didn't really tell us to do anything. And I fucking remember, what did Malcolm do? I think he grabbed Richard's calculator, bro, and like
Oh,
threw it across the class.
everybody's something else.
No, that's not that type of story.
Yeah,
He grabbed his calculator and like I think he just threw it across the class.
that's
And then,
crazy.
Richard just had to fucking walk away. And then I think the sub fucking hears that something
Yeah.
fell and he's like, "What is that?" And he's like, "My calculator." I'm just gonna go get it.
So random, bro. All the way across the class.
Yeah. And I remember that class, bro. We had our teacher named Miss Donato, bro. What's her name? Miss
Damn,
Donato.
she failed.
Yeah, I remember she did. That's what I was about to say.
Oh yeah.
So one day, this was the year after. I wasn't in her class anymore, but we had PE,
Mm-hmm.
and we were running the mile, and the track was like in the vicinity of the classes, like it was like right outside. Um, and I remember running the mile, and did we not talk about this already?
What?
This story?
I don't remember.
Nah, probably not. Um, but we're running the mile and we see that like an ambulance comes into
Oh
school and we're like,
yeah.
what the fuck? Like, why is the ambulance here?
It's kind of weird.
It's hella weird. And then they're carting off Miss Donato, and I was like, oh shit.
What
And I
happened?
ended up asking like one of the kids that was in her class, like
Yeah.
after and like in passing period, like, hey bro, like what happened up in there? And she's like, oh, she got up on a chair and she fell.
Bro, imagine seeing that live.
Yeah, that shit would have been fucking funny, bro.
That's
I
crazy.
would have chuckled a little
Like,
bit.
what do you do,
Yeah,
bro?
like bro, her nothing in her class involved her doing that.
Yeah,
It was math.
yeah. It's
Math and science. Like, why the fuck were you up on the chair
like imagine just
at your age? She was old.
being in her class and then just seeing that, just be like,
Bro, imagine not paying attention and you just see her fucking fall.
you just hear her fall, and you're like,
Yeah,
what?
you and
And
you
you
look
see on
up
the
and she
ground.
and she's like dying, bro. She ended up retiring that year too,
That's
probably because
crazy.
of that.
Yeah. I remember this one teacher kind of traumatized me a little bit in like third grade. I forgot her name. And she was like gonna unplug some, like either unplug or plug something into like, those floor plugs?
Oh yeah,
The ones you have to open to plug
yeah.
something in. She's gonna do that. But she said something about it being like unsafe. And like she's saying, if if I get shocked and I like fall down, do not pour water on me or else I will die. She's like, all right, just call the police, call the ambulance or call 911 or something, and tell them that I got shocked. And I was just like what? Like what? Like don't do that. And nothing happened. But
Oh.
but that shit was so scary for no reason,
I
bro.
thought I thought that she would have went to plug it in and we're like, but you did it, bro. To scare y'all, bro.
That would have been kind of funny.
That would
Really
have been
fucked up.
even funnier, bro.
But that shit was like, that shit's still stuck in my mind whenever I think of that specific grade, bro.
I remember we had a teacher one time, and she was like, in case of an emergency and you have to call the office,
Mm,
call *77. I think it was a number,
damn,
and that would get you through to the office in case of an emergency.
damn. That is pretty interesting.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. We never needed it,
Yeah,
but it was cool information to have because in case of an actual emergency, like
yeah,
something happens to the teacher, like we didn't know who the fuck to call. We would have had to ask the teacher next door.
yeah, that's true.
Um, but yeah, Mr. Nato fell. I don't know. I don't think we have anything else on this realm to talk about.
No, I could kind of segue that into like schools are being more unsafe,
Schools.
and in general, like more public space are being unsafe with like
Actually, bro,
shootings.
the school I work at, I think I've
Uh,
talked about this before. I work at a high school. I'm not gonna say what I do until I stop working there. But the high school I work at last year, I've been there for 3 years. Last year they had like a shooting threat, and it's super credible. I think someone posted on like Instagram, which is most happens most of the time.
yeah,
and people were really upset because they didn't contact parents and
Yeah, it's
they didn't even
weird.
contact me, and I'm staff.
Yeah,
Like I pulled up to work that day and I was like, what the fuck's happening?
it's pretty
And
weird.
a lot of kids were upset that they're like, hey, like this is super unsafe. Like the office knew, and they didn't call our parents until like noon,
Yeah, that's super weird.
like noon that school day, which would have been at that point too late if it was a credible threat, which it wasn't. But and I remember the office saying like, oh, like we didn't know like if it was a real thing or we didn't even know that there was something going on until after. But that's not true because when I pulled up to work that day, bro, the principal was at the door greeting people, and he
Yeah.
was like, "Oh, thanks for coming today." And I was like,
Uh,
you're welcome.
yeah,
Like I
it
work
must
here.
my job.
Yeah, I work. I'm here every day. So yeah, and I remember there was like this small group of students that I had to accompany
Yeah.
into like a little conference room to talk to the principal, and it was like 10 students, but they had issues. They were protesting the next day actually.
Oh,
The next day they staged a walkout, and it was like televised, bro. Like the helicopter was there to like record and stuff.
it's pretty crazy.
And it was a walkout probably like 5 minutes before like fourth period ended. And then once the bell rang for fifth period, everyone went back to class except like 10 students who stayed protesting. And I was mad as fuck because I had to be there. And it was hot that day, and I had to be outside. But I had to do my job. And I actually, bro, during that, I suffered racism by the hands of a coworker. There was like this teacher or something, and she was outside also watching the kids.
Yeah.
And she sees me, and she's like, "Oh, hey, like, what's her name?" And I'm like, "Oh, Ulises."
Mm.
And she's like, "Oh, you should coach the soccer team. You played soccer?" I just kind of looked at her. I was like, and she's like, or the football team. And I was like, I've never played. And she's like, okay. And then she left. And I was like, what the fuck was that? I just fucking suffered racism. It's not,
Prejudice?
yeah, it's not like a bad thing. She didn't say a bad thing to me,
Yeah.
but it's still like, what the fuck? I'm like, I have a Hispanic name, so now I have to coach the fucking soccer team, which I have played
You
soccer,
should have done it,
but I
bro.
wasn't good. But yeah, I guess I could have applied.
Yeah, that would have been
Would
cool.
have gotten a pay rise, and a second job. But I remember that happened during the protest.
It's like
Right?
Football Manager, but in real life.
Yeah, Yeah, I wasn't playing full manager at the time. Now I probably would do a good job. But I remember I had to accompany the students in the little conference room to talk to the principal
Mm.
about their grievances, and he's like, "Oh, like we just feel really unsafe," because what ended up happening was that the threats were made, but they weren't told, and people felt unsafe. So like, "Oh, like what if something did happen and you guys didn't tell us?"
Yeah.
And the way the principal was talking, it just sounded like a fucking like a politician, bro. Like he was just like dodging everything,
No.
bro. And I was like, damn, this guy's fucking
This guy's an
good.
expert.
Yeah, this guy's good. He should become the president,
For
yo.
real,
I
for
wouldn't be
real.
surprised if one day he became like the governor or something.
Damn. Should look out for him.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna look out for him. Not you
Yeah.
guys. I'm not gonna say his name
Alright.
because I am employed there currently.
Yeah, that's pretty safe for you.
Hmm.
Talking about shootings though, there was a big news surrounding a almost mass killer at an amusement park. Have you heard about that? They found him in the restroom.
What actually? Sorry to interrupt.
Mm,
What I did hear is that there was a mass killer in Maine,
mm.
like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, there was. He killed. Very. They still haven't caught him, I think.
No, well, the story is that he
Oh,
to himself.
did they find the body?
No,
That's.
well, they haven't shown it because it seems it's really fishy with that too. That's what I wanted to say.
Yeah.
Because people were saying like when they showed it on the news,
Mm,
they showed like a picture of like a security camera picture of the guy perpetrating,
yeah.
and then they showed a different picture of the guy, and even my mom was like, "That's not the same guy. He doesn't look the same." If I could find the pictures, I'll put them up
Yeah.
somewhere. Probably cover Abel's face with them.
I mean, he could also have changed his appearance as much as possible.
Mm.
And it's a completely different
It
face.
looked like a completely different face. Like he would have had to like eaten like 1,000 cheeseburgers to look like that.
Oh,
Like his face just looked structurally different. He just looked very much different.
that's pretty
Um,
crazy.
and then when it came out that he did, to himself, they didn't show the body, which I mean kind of makes sense. Like I don't think the fucking police
Yeah,
does that. I don't think they
they don't
make that
show the
information
bodies.
known. But it just seemed really fishy with
Yeah,
everything that we knew about the guy not looking the same.
and how he got away and been away for weird amount of time.
Yeah, he had gotten away for like a couple days, and
Yeah,
he said that he wanted to continue like oh I'm not finished
so
doing
weird.
this. Um yeah.
He killed like I think 20 people,
No, I think
injured
20 were injured and I think like 12.
Hmm. I think at least
Well,
18
at
died.
least the time that I saw. Yeah.
18 died
Well, there's always
at
injured
least.
people who end
Yeah.
up not, you know.
At least 18 died, somewhere injured, but you know, RIP to him.
Yeah,
I don't know where it was at.
Maine,
I
the
mean, like,
state of Maine.
yeah, but like specifically like which location? I know it's like maybe at like a certain
Oh, I think like a shopping center, like a
maybe
mall or something like that.
maybe yeah. Well, talking about that's pretty big news also. But the recent news is that a guy was found I think in the restroom nearby an amusement park. I don't know which one amusement park, but
Do you
he
know
had
what
like
state this was?
huh?
Do you know what state this was in?
No,
Deny. Nah.
he had like multiple firearms with clips and stuff like that in the restroom over there.
Mags.
Yeah, that. And on the wall was written, "I am not a killer," and he shot himself.
Oh.
So obviously they're saying that he pulled up there and was gonna do the deed to everybody, but he ended up, you know, either backtracking and just
Mhm.
deciding to take his own life. Uh,
Okay.
a lot of people are saying like, oh, like, well, majority is saying, oh, good for him, rest in peace, bro. He found out like he did the right thing.
Yeah,
Well, as best as he could do,
relatively.
yeah, better than killing everybody.
Yeah,
Like
it's
they
like
said, yeah, they're saying like for him. That's what they're saying.
okay.
They're
Yeah,
saying
he
like,
was troubled,
yeah,
you know.
like he could have done this, but he took his own life. And what the other type of people are saying, I don't know what I meant by that, but like a different side to the argument is that they're saying MK Ultra wearing off.
Oh yeah. Well, actually, yeah, because I've heard that that's a theory. Not so much MK Ultra, because that's like a super old thing.
Yeah.
But that I've heard this is a theory that I've seen on Reddit and Instagram, which is the top minds of the world, and I do not believe this personally. And please do not target me, U.S. government.
Yeah.
I'm just saying what I've read. That there's like people being mind controlled or even just clones that are being just sent out like, hey, commit this act.
Mm.
Bam, release him to the public, and then he commits an act.
Yeah.
Um, just because what I've seen is that like a lot of these mass
Murders.
I don't want to use the words, bruh.
Bro, you could use that word,
Am
bro.
I allowed to?
Yes.
I don't want YouTube to get me.
No, you can say
Or the
mass
government.
herders,
I don't want these mass
mass bad guys,
yeah, these mass
herders.
yeah, whatever. Uh oh, they say that a lot of them like kind of look they kind of fit like the similar mold that they're like a template. They kind of look similar.
Mm.
Like based off like mugshots. I could probably find a picture of this as well. I'm gonna look for it right now. Oh, it was this. So I ended up finding something I was talking about. So there was a shooting in El Paso, Texas, and in the Gilroy Garlic Festival. And a lot of people online were like, "Hey, these people are fucking similar in
Mm.
appearance.
Yeah, they're pretty similar.
They're pretty similar in appearance." Um, it could just be like, I don't know, they're just kind of weird
Coincidence.
looking guys. Yeah,
Yeah.
coincidence. But a lot of people were like, "Hey, maybe they're being cloned by some organization, some
Mm.
shadow government perhaps." And they're being deployed out to do these things and they're like raised like in like this weird like system
Yeah.
where this is all they know and they send them out into the public like hey go do this bam go do this boom you know that's what Reddit and Instagram weird
I
people are
would
saying.
say
I do not believe this person.
I would say the more probably mind control is more likely because I want to say like they're actively like
Hmm.
do this, but there could be like implementing suggestions through various media to do that type of stuff. They're already feeling down bad in life.
Violent video games.
GTA, let your kids play that.
Yeah.
But they're kind of influencing them in negative ways and shit, trying to get them to that level.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are saying like it just didn't work that well on this guy, and that's why he just didn't go through with it. He just decided to end the suffering himself. And oh yeah, and at first I was like, okay, but a lot of people are saying, well, to that against the argument, why would they do that? It's kind of dumb just to hurt people.
Mm.
And the main thing I can see is politicians using it to like kind of um create these this issue and make it bigger in order to have an argument against the other side. For example, like gun control.
Yeah, that's a big thing that these conspiracy people always say. Not me. That like there's always massive like increase of number of events that
Mm.
happen like close to like midterms and close to like presidential elections,
Yeah,
so that the X party candidate can make gun control like a big talking point, a big stand, like a stance of
yeah.
theirs to garner like big public support. Um, I don't know. I don't think so.
Well, I don't, but I don't think that's true to that extent.
Or another thing is that it's just like I said about the Russian thing
Uh,
and the plane,
yeah,
that it's just like a false flag to take eyes off of something else.
yeah. That
That's another
that's
thing I've
another
seen.
thing it could be. But the thing that kind of is common in everything though is the way the media kind of portrays it as, they be.
I don't want to get sued for $1 billion.
But they kind of portray it and they pick a side, right?
Yeah.
Depending on what's more beneficial for them. Like Fox News leans more right,
Hmm.
another one leans more left. I don't know, a lot.
CNN.
CNN leans more left, and I was kind of that kind of came into my attention with the whole Israel and Palestine stuff.
Yeah.
Like a large majority of the internet's always talking about the stuff that Israel is like. No, was correct. The stuff that Israel did, like, oh, they're defending themselves by doing this against
Mm.
Gaza Strip.
Did you see, bro, that the U.S. government gave him like
Yeah,
billions of dollars in
yeah. That's
aid?
what I'm saying too. Like,
Why don't they give the Council of Geniuses podcast billions of dollars in
we
aid?
deserve it more, bro. Not gonna
What
lie.
what has Israel done for the U.S.? Don't answer that.
I don't even know.
What have we done for the U.S.? Hundreds of hours of entertainment.
Maybe I throw my trash away in the correct bins.
I do that sometimes.
That's more than Israel does that in our own bins. But going back to the situation, like the U.S. is obviously allying with Israel, right?
Yep.
And because of that, a lot of the people that ally more with the U.S. are like, "Hey, Israel's defending themselves."
I don't know if that's audible.
Oh, Israel's defending themselves and stuff like that. Israel did this. They're never talking about like Palestine got bombed.
Hmm.
Like
Well,
in
they
the
talk about it, but just to say that it's like a protection from Israel. Like Israel
yeah,
protecting themselves, self-defense.
yeah, and I guess I'm seeing it more now where people are kind of like learning about the stuff that's happening and they're kind of like switching sides.
Mm-hmm.
Like people, actual people. Like I think on Instagram at first there was this young lady that was posting, oh, like Israel, all the
That you know.
yeah, like on the store my feed.
Mm.
At first she was like, oh, help Israel, something, not help Israel, but something like some Israel thing to like, I wouldn't say ton fuck. I wish it archived, but
It's the words don't really matter, but
yeah, it's something
just
in
a
support of,
pro-Israel message.
yeah, something in the support of Israel defending themselves. And I guess eventually they kind of like learned and became enlightened with information, and they were like, oh, they're doing genocide against
Yeah,
Palestine.
that's something that I found really interesting too. Is that a lot of people, like a lot of my Instagram friends too, are in like I don't really see anyone in support of Israel in
Mm,
my circles.
yeah,
Um, which I find really interesting because it's not what the media is showing.
yeah.
So I feel like it's a good thing now with social media that we can see stuff that's not from, Fox News and not CNN and not
Yeah, there's like,
Telemundo.
because there's right now, there's news people that are more private, like TikTokers, for example. They'd be like, "Oh, this is happening," like, and it's less about being, because they don't care, right? They don't, honestly, like they don't care, but they're just reporting what they're seeing.
Yeah.
They don't have no like gain in it. Like
Yeah,
whereas
they
bigger
they they
corporations,
do it for the like the passion of
yeah,
letting people know and
letting
stuff
people
like that.
know and the fans they get from that passion, because
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
real, so people want to see real, so they
Yeah,
get
they're not
fans.
they're not doing it because X company's paying me to do it,
Yeah,
or because I want my story to get published.
yeah,
Because they're
exactly.
they're they're independent. Mhm.
So they don't have to really. go by anybody what anybody else says.
Yeah.
So that's pretty important thing. And I've been seeing shit like that. Like they're targeting children, targeting refugee camps, stuff like that. And you don't really see the media talking about that. And I just thought it was kind of interesting the way how the it's so blatantly happening. How they're trying to like you know gloss over that, and that's kind of fucked up.
I saw this thing actually just today
Mm,
that supposedly, allegedly,
mm.
maybe potentially, that in Israel they're like putting Palestinians into like camps, bro, and that they have them like with like tags on,
No, damn.
which I don't know if it reminds you of something, reminds me of something.
Something that happened
And
quite a while ago.
a lot of people were like, look like what's fucking happening? Like, do they not remember history? Like, well,
Yeah, it's pretty fucked up. But you know, there's a lot of obviously that's a very serious situation,
yep,
very very serious. And recently there's been like another huge drama, not as huge obviously, but online.
a lot less serious.
Yeah, of some dude XQC. You know who that is?
I've heard his name.
Yeah,
I don't really know what he does.
he's a big streamer, and well, what he does is react. Well, one of his main things is he reacts to videos online,
Hmm.
which is already kind of controversial to some people because he just steals people's content and just leaves it on while he's just eating and stuff like that.
Okay,
Doesn't really add to it.
we should do that.
That's pretty easy standard of business. But he does that and gets a lot of money and stuff like that. It hurts other people sometimes. That's not part of it right now.
Uh-huh.
But he's already kind of like a little controversial, right?
Yeah.
The thing that made him a little more controversial recently is he reacted to the Israel and Palestine drama, and he posted one of the clips on YouTube.
Did he react to our podcast episode about it?
No.
If you haven't seen it, go back and watch our episode about Palestine and Israel.
Very informative.
Very informative. Very
It
cool.
lets you know about the conflict that has been going on for a while.
Historical context.
Yeah. If you're like don't really understand why do these people hate each other, look at the video.
Yeah. Also, at the end, there's some really cool stuff, really funny stuff, really silly stuff, not related to Israel and Palestine.
Yeah, we don't really make
Free
fun of stuff like
Palestine. I'm gonna
that.
say
Free
it.
innocent people.
I'm gonna say it.
I hope the innocent people are okay.
I'm
I
gonna say
am
it.
for innocent
I'm
people.
gonna say it. I didn't want to say it last time because I don't want to be controversial, but I don't care anymore. Free Palestine.
It's pretty fucked up though, because children are dying, bro.
Yeah.
It's crazy to see places that don't even have to do with war strategy or nothing. You're getting bombed just because. But going back to the XQC thing, he reacted to a video of that and he posted a thumbnail. Thumbnail was something like,
I'm not scared.
what? He posted something to a thumbnail like, and somebody posted on that on Twitter like,
Hey, we'll do it for our thumbnail.
put like a bunch of red arrows everywhere, bro. Should be kind of funny.
Yeah, it would be pretty funny if I can figure out how to do that.
Yeah.
I should be able to do it.
Hopefully. But he posted that, and someone posted on Twitter saying like, "Oh, thank God this guy can tell me about it," because obviously, ironically saying that,
Yeah,
and saying this guy didn't even react to it. He just kind of half-assed it. He didn't
looked
even,
at it.
yeah, he didn't know I have any context beforehand. He just kind of went, "Oh my God." He wasn't educated, and he poured it to a bigger audience now
Yeah,
with like half-assed views.
that's the
People
problem with React channels.
and
The only React channel I support, Sniper Wolf. You should go back and watch our video about Sniper Wolf.
should, but back to it, and you know,
Follow me back on Instagram.
you're lying, bro.
Huh.
You're lying to me.
No.
What's lying to me? I wonder what he's actually gonna show me. Maybe a picture of his cats.
You should follow me back.
If you're watching this, please follow him back.
Please. I've been like your biggest supporter and defender
Since that episode.
since anywhere probably.
Damn. But
Because the whole internet's out to get her, bro, except me.
that's true. Well, they're out to get this guy too now because
I'm not gonna defend him.
how did he well, how do you think he responded, you know, saying that like, oh, I'm like my bad, I just someone recommended me the video and I, just wanted to check
Yeah,
it
like
out.
it was like a blind reaction, so I don't
Yeah.
really know what to say. Maybe.
Yeah,
That's
like
something what I would say.
yeah, he posted a picture of himself holding two like bill stacks of money going like this.
Yeah, with the money spread, bro.
And like a full suitcase full of money in front of him.
Damn, he went
Two
bam,
stacks
bam.
going like this, and then the caption he just said, "Huh?" in like large capital letters with
Banter.
question marks.
Yeah, yeah. You got something to say?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He said he put that and everybody's like, "What the fuck? Like, why are you doing this, bro? Let's take this more seriously." And he put like a picture of his like his busted down watch,
Bust
like
down.
this,
Bust down.
yeah, bust down watch, saying, "I who?" Like,
Dang.
and everybody's like, "What the fuck, bro?" Like saying, "Oh, now we're gonna get this guy." Damn. Let me search if I can find the pictures.
These are gummies.
Yeah. And
So
I'll
there's a
put
wrong people getting money, man.
yeah, it's kind of fucked up. The thing that's kind of interesting about that happened
We
with
should
him,
get that type of money.
for real, bro. We would like do Mr. Beast stuff, bro.
Fuck Mr. Beast.
Bro, did you not see what he did, bro? Recently, he
No,
like
I don't keep up with Mr. Beast. He's a
he
bitch,
he
and he doesn't want to. He doesn't want to accept my challenge for a boxing match.
he donated 100 whales to Africa, and it was a pretty emotional video. I enjoyed it quite a bit.
Fuck you, Mr. Beast.
Well, there was a situation where he
He's scared to box
him
me.
and his XQC and his girl, they got like in a big public like
She bad.
uh let me see if you find her bad. I don't think so, but I assume we have different tastes.
Something tells me I'm not gonna find her bad. Just
Mm.
damn, she's bad as fuck.
I wish she was my girl.
Well, I wish I was the XQC.
Okay, this is a
Is there better pictures?
there's this one.
She look like a chipmunk, dog. She looks.
Is that a chipmunk?
It's like a hamster. Or
Uh,
something. It's close enough. Yeah,
no,
no,
not that one. Not
no,
that one.
no.
Right.
I will put pictures up. I don't think she's bad.
Yeah. Yeah. Not in the doghouse today.
Yeah, I'm safe after this one.
But
I actually don't think she's bad though. I'm not just saying.
yeah.
I actually think she's fucking ugly, bro.
Well, she got I think she got into like a beef with she was dating him.
Oh, she got into beef.
Them two together against each other versus each other,
Okay,
and they got divorced.
seems really weird.
Well, they weren't married,
They just
but
broke up.
yeah, she broke up. But she took his car and stuff
Hmm.
and his house. That was so weird. Like it was like a whole big thing where they would like call each other and they would like have like cussing matches and shit, or like she would cuss him out and he would just be like,
Reaction.
yeah, like he reacts.
My honest reaction.
But it was a pretty entertaining time. I didn't keep up with it, but I remember seeing like a little collection of the things that happened video. It was pretty cool, and that made me think like we're putting a lot of stuff, personal stuff on the internet all of a sudden, bro.
Me?
Like no, in general, like
Oh,
society.
oh, us as society. I thought you meant us, like us too.
Nah, like we're putting like this is I guess more personal than the average person because we're like talking about our thoughts and shit.
Yeah, but
It's
it's
not that
not like
yeah
identifiable information,
yeah
and we have like 20 views.
yeah. I'm just saying
So
cause
people that watch already know us.
yeah, but there's like people that are putting like more personal stuff out there, like their fucking dramas and their insecurities.
Well, if I had dramas, I'd probably put them up on here.
Yeah,
Like my drama with that YouTube channel that fucking clickbaited me. Fuck you.
but I'm saying like I said before, how big will our digital footprint be in the future?
Yeah.
Because everything's gonna move more online, and that made me what's oh footprint. I was like, where'd you get that from, bro? And that kind of pushed me to like going back to the media,
Back to the media.
back to it, and how there's already like curified ads. Curified? Is it the word?
Curated.
Curated. There we go. Curated ads. Soon there's gonna be curated media, but like more than it is now, because right now it's curated, but it's gonna be targeted now,
Yeah.
and there's gonna be a bigger divide in everybody,
Well,
bro.
what do you mean by curated media?
Like they're gonna be
Like is the
like it's
media
gonna
already
be like
curated like recommended feed?
yeah,
Like that for you page?
yeah, but it's gonna be more about like the algorithm is gonna be better.
Oh, well, I think algorithm's pretty good.
Yeah, but it's gonna be even better in the future because it's gonna like be able to pull down like everything you do online and shit.
Oh. Well, they already get like what you say and
Yeah,
stuff
what
like
you
that.
say, but I guess it's gonna be more specified.
I need food for my lizard. I need lizard food. I want to feed my snake rats.
Uh,
And I'm gonna get lizard stuff now.
I wonder what they're gonna give me. Probably a
Fucking
restraining
restraining.
order. But fuck, what was I saying? Forgot already.
Curated stuff.
Oh yeah, and there's gonna be like a bigger divide now because well, there's already separate communities and shit, but like depending on your beliefs,
Oh.
and those they're gonna get more ingrained and ingrained. The more we get taught, the more we're gonna get divided about that stuff. And I guess since there's gonna be less human interaction, we're gonna kind of forget how that is, and we're gonna put less value on human life. So you already see it now. People are like, oh, like good that that person died because they didn't agree with my beliefs.
Oh yeah, bro.
Like that's super fucked up.
I have my coworker. I said his name last time. I probably shouldn't have.
I don't remember.
Oh shit, it's a spider.
Oh,
My coworker. You just leave it, bro. What are you doing? My coworker Sebastian. Just pretend I called him Sebastian a couple episodes ago. So my coworker Sebastian, he's one of those people, and he's one of those people that like wish
unalive.
unalive on like people like Andrew Tate and like Donald Trump because he doesn't agree with them.
Yeah, that's pretty fucked up.
And like I may not agree with them, but I'm not gonna wish that on them. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna wish that on anyone except that YouTube channel that fucking clickbaited me and people that watch this video and do not subscribe.
Damn.
Press the subscribe button
Right now.
right now. But yeah, he's one of those people, and he's like, oh, and he actually, I think this is really funny. He, I didn't get permission for him to talk about this. It doesn't matter. Fuck him. Nah, he's cool. He's a cool guy. But he's a little weird. But he values animal life over human life only if he doesn't agree with them. No, no, he values some animals above humans regardless. Like he says that he would rather unalive a person in Minecraft than a cow. Because for him, cows are like the superior being or some shit. He just says that like he doesn't eat red meat. He eats white meat because he says that chickens and turkeys are dumb and cows and pigs are smart.
Damn. You can't
And
argue with that.
we've had like arguments like for hours, bro, like days back to back to back. We just argue about this and talk about this, and he doesn't really have any claims. Like he just says it, and then once you challenge him, he's like, "Oh, but this," and it doesn't even make any fucking sense. So he doesn't really know what the fuck he's talking about.
Yeah, it's just kind of crazy how that's a
And
thing,
and that
bro.
kind of reminds me of what you were saying again, because it's like he's never had someone disagree with him
Yeah.
until I fucking talk to him. And when he has someone disagree with him, he doesn't know how to respond because he's always like had these ideas, and I assume his friends all agree with him
Yeah.
because
You're saying it
he
so with chest.
yeah, because he says, oh, they're smarter. Like what the fuck, what makes a cow smarter than a chicken? And he's like, oh, because you can like train them, you can have them as a pet. Like you can fucking have a chicken as a pet. What the fuck does train a cow mean? What are you gonna train it to do? To
Also,
sit?
also like besides the fact maybe cows are smarter than chickens, I guess maybe a little bit.
I don't know how you would measure that.
Yeah, I mean maybe like because I guess some in general dogs are smarter than cats. I think
No, cats are smarter.
cats are smarter.
Yeah.
Damn, I didn't know that. But um, even then, it's like you're placing value on
Yeah, and then I
someone's
asked him, I was
life.
like, bro, like, how smart is like smart enough that okay, you can live? Like, what's the cutoff?
Yeah, and that's already fucked up, bro. Like,
Yeah, like,
so
what if
because I'm
someone's just
smart,
kind of dumb?
yeah, like if I'm smarter than like I don't know Hezekiah or something, does he have to like
Yeah,
is my
yeah.
life
Is
worth
he
more than
worth
his?
more? And
Yeah,
that's something I've asked him. I was like, bro, like, I think I'm smarter than you. Does that mean I'm worth more? You know?
yeah, that's pretty fucked up.
Um, and then he's like, oh, because a cow's brain is smarter. It's like, no, no, a cow's brain is bigger.
Mm,
Like, not fucking shit, dude.
yeah,
A chicken's smaller than a cow. What the fuck does that mean? What the fuck does that have to do with anything? And he's like, oh, I've seen videos of cows saving people. Like, fucking show me a video. And then he could never find one. He's never found, to this day, he's never found one.
That's kind of crazy.
And another thing, oh, I was telling him, like, bruh, look, if you cut a chicken's head off, it's gonna run around.
Mm.
Cows,
Do that to a cow, bro.
yeah, do that to a cow. It's not gonna run around. It's gonna die. Cows, when they're taken to the slaughter, they just walk in a straight line because that's all they know what to do. How smart is that? And then he's like, they're smart. And then he doesn't have anything to say. So that's what he's a product of this society where you only talk to people who have similar interests
Yeah.
and similar opinions.
And you're kind of detached from. Well, I guess he has a luxury, or well, I guess luxury of like actually conversing with people, right?
Yeah, with me.
Yeah. So he kind
I
of
would
like.
say conversing with me is a luxury.
Yeah. I would say that in general, having societal.
You have the luxury of conversing with me.
Okay.
I
Yes.
have the
Privilege.
not the privilege. I have the burden of talking to you. I have the punishment, bro, of talking to you.
But like the fact that he still has human interaction is already big enough. Cause some of these people are they don't talk to anybody, bro. They barely even go out. You get me?
Yeah, yeah.
Like they're nervous talking on the phone type shit.
Oh yeah, bro.
So
I used to be like that actually. There's a
yeah.
like a long period of my time, a long period of my life, I mean,
Mm,
long period of time in my life, where I was like super shy, and I don't even know where it came from, bro. Cause throughout like elementary, I was always super outgoing.
mm,
Like I think I've talked about this before, where I would like get in trouble for talking too much,
yeah, I
and
would
I
the
think
same.
that's probably why, cause I kept getting in trouble. And then probably like throughout middle school and kind of into high school, I was like really shy, and I didn't even like my mom. She would have to like force me to talk to like order my food,
Mm,
and I would have trouble like ordering at the cashier. And
yeah,
like now I'm out of it. Like I
yeah.
fucking talk to y'all every week, and I'm pretty good. I can talk to whoever now. I'm pretty good.
I could talk to Barack Obama. I
I wouldn't want to talk to him.
think it'd be pretty cool.
I no, I don't want to. And now I'm pretty good, so I guess I'm over it.
Yeah, but some of these people like also
There is a lot of people who don't get over it.
yeah, because you are
Success story.
you're forced to do that, right? You're
Yeah,
forced to grow out of it because you're in life, you're
yeah,
doing shit in real life. You know, you don't have to fucking stay on online chronically.
yeah,
Whereas them, it's like they can just stay online.
yeah. That's true.
They don't have to get off. They could just stay online. Probably someone gets supported by their parents, like the whole meme or like living in the basement. You know,
Hmm.
they could even hold domestic online jobs.
I've never seen a basement before.
I
Have you seen a basement?
not in real life. Yeah, it's not a huge thing here.
Yeah. Let us know. Do you have a basement? Have you been in one? Pretty curious, actually.
I'm trying to think. I don't think I've been in
Never
one.
seen a basement ever.
Only in movies.
Yeah, and movies and like TV and stuff like that.
Yeah,
And like I've heard about him like online stories, like oh in the basement, this had
yeah,
this ghost in the basement. Let us know if you have a basement or have been in one or seen one, know someone.
man.
Thanks. Bless me in the comment section.
With $1,000.
Bless me with $1 billion of aid, Joe Biden.
We're very,
Integral to the United States system.
but what was I saying? Um, oh yeah, so they're chronically online,
Yeah,
and
you can stay chronically online.
yeah, they can stay chronically online, so they really need to grow out of that, and they're kind of just living their whole life with the notion that they're better because, well, they don't really meet people. They can't really compare it to anybody else. So
Yeah,
like, whatever I think is correct, right?
yeah, yeah.
They don't have anybody to challenge that against them, and they're online. If someone does challenge them, they'll be like, "This guy's dumb." Block.
And even if they're online, yeah, that's true. If they're online, they're in like their own small circles, like
Yeah.
tiny communities where they all have the same beliefs,
This
like
guy's a
incels
yeah. This guy's a misogynist.
and bronies.
Block. That's yeah, Bruins are kind of
Yeah,
interesting. But yeah, like it's just so easy to avoid confrontation now,
yeah,
and that's whatever. I mean, it's a pretty big deal, but I don't see how we can improve that. Besides, they would make us like do like PE and stuff, like running and shit,
yeah,
to kind of like build healthy like habits.
yeah.
I think there should be well, especially now since there's more online, there should be societal habits that we should be taught to build. Like,
Okay. Well,
let's
I
say,
feel like that's just school in general. Like they make you do stuff
yeah,
in
work in groups and
groups
stuff.
and like, oh, like talk to your
Yeah,
partner and talk to your neighbor, or go find someone in the class, or like first day of school, like icebreakers.
yeah, that's true. That's pretty true. I think there should. I just think there should be more. Like, well, there is clubs and stuff.
Yeah, but that's optional too.
Yeah, there should be like stuff like they should try harder, I guess, to try to help people build bonds
Yeah,
because there's still like people in school that are kind of singled out, and I guess those are people that are more at risk at being chronically online. They don't really make friends and shit like that. So yeah, I just think we should focus more on people. If you see someone eating by themselves, call them a bitch. I'm just kidding. You eat with them, bro. You know,
don't do that.
just they're everybody. I think everybody is pretty interesting in their own way.
Yeah, in a good way or a bad way.
Yeah, they're interesting, and I think I found it fun to sit under someone that doesn't really have friends, and just talk to them.
You were someone that didn't have friends.
We were friends.
Yeah, because I felt bad for you, and I sat next to you because no.
Bro, what?
I'm just kidding.
But yeah, just like I don't know, be
No, yeah, but it
nice.
was always interesting to talk to someone that was kind of by themselves,
Yeah,
our buddy Willie.
yeah. Like we had good intentions. Maybe he didn't believe us, but yeah,
Yeah, we reached out, we made the effort.
yeah, we made an effort. It's always interesting to hear their thoughts and how they think,
Yeah,
how they view the world. But
yeah, it's always cool, and then just because not everyone has like the interaction, or like with the homeless guy we
mm.
encountered, not everyone has that interaction, so it could just like really mean a lot to
And
someone.
it gives you the value of people's lives. Every Obviously it's obvious that everybody has their own way of thinking and shit like that, but it kind of just emphasizes that there's more people out there that are really good people, and you should put more effort into you know them in general. Maybe
Yeah,
they could grow up and be something cool if they
yeah.
just give them more effort instead of giving up. So that's basically it for me. And okay, that's
Is that it for you?
I'm gonna have to tell HR about that one. But yeah, that's it for me.
I think that's it for me. Yeah, I do implore you guys to, just be nice to people, be kind, talk to people.
It
Um,
means more than you think.
yeah,
Like
talk to us in the comments
yeah,
section
that means more than you think too.
because I get sad.
Yeah, and like the way, fuck. Oh yeah, when we talked to the homeless guy, and obviously it meant a pretty good amount for him because I assume people don't really stick around and hear him out.
Mm.
It could mean a lot to people. Like the thing I can compare to is when girls give guys compliments.
Yeah,
They get hella compliments, so it's for them. It's like
bro. When a girl gives me a compliment, that shit sticks to me, bro.
yeah,
I
like you remember that
remember,
shit.
like in my head, like damn, I remember this girl complimented to me on this one time,
Yeah, exactly.
and I
Like
remember this.
it's like that's the thing I could compare it with. Like to you, it might be a small thing to do. It could turn bigger, obviously, depending on how the interaction goes.
Mhm.
But to them, it's like someone talked to me today. You know,
Yeah,
that's pretty cool. Someone
yeah,
listened to me. Someone heard me out. So no,
yeah. Like if you're in school or something, like just try to talk to someone who knows kind of by himself.
yeah, try to
Uh,
include them.
they're trying to include them. Yeah. Try to talk to us in the comment section. We will talk back, I promise. Unless you say some dumb shit.
Yeah, unless I comment, then I say some dumb shit, then I probably won't get a
If
response.
you comment, you'll get a response from me calling you dumb. You could comment something super smart. I'm just gonna be like, shut up, dumbass,
Fuck.
in the comment section.
Yeah,
Um, but yeah, I think that's it from us. Thanks for watching. If you made it this far, this was not as long as they usually are.
yeah.
Thanks for watching. If you made it here, leave a comment saying gummies. Let us know that you're here. Let us know you're a real one,
Should we give them like a little prize
and I'll
for that?
give you a kiss.
Oh,
No, I'll give you a kiss next week if you did it. Yep,
it's a big one.
huge one. Abel, you don't count. Yeah, like the video if you liked it. Subscribe, share it with your friends. Share it to that person who might not have friends. Maybe they'll like it. We'll be your friends. And yeah, thanks for coming along with us.
Yeah, if
And
you're lonely, bro, hit us up, bro. We'll listen.
yeah, we'll listen. Let's say some dumb shit.
Yeah, I might still listen if you say
Abel
some
will
dumb
probably
shit.
still listen because he doesn't have anyone to talk to.
Okay, bro. I just like dumb shit.
You are dumb shit.
Oh.
And I'll see you guys next week. Thanks for watching.
That was good.